Oh my Lord. Ladies and gentlemen, today is the day we review a special film. A film that I've been wanting to talk about for quite some time. A film that, as you can see, I'm dressed specially for. A movie that involves Santa. Because, of course, that is the film we are going to be talking about today. What is that film, you may ask? It's none other than Santa's Sleigh. God. I'll get that later. Okay, so Santa's Sleigh. So, because I'm terrible with names, I'm going to look up who stars in this film. Bill Goldberg is playing Santa, a killer Santa, who has been delivering gifts to kids for 1,000 years because he lost a bet with an angel. And now because that 1,000 years is done, he is on a killing spree. Yes, that is the plot. I did not slip a candy cane in your beverage. You are hearing that correctly. This is a movie from 2005 about Bill Goldberg who kills people on Christmas. From 2005. Okay, so I don't know what the budget for this film was. I'm gonna be honest, I spent a while trying to look for it, and I'm just too lazy to look for it. So, whatever budget this film had, I'm gonna be honest, I was looking forward to this film. I was looking, wow, there was no segue into that. I was looking forward to this film. I was looking forward to reviewing it. It looked funny. It looked epic. Okay, a WWE wrestler, Bill Goldberg, playing Santa, killing people. I don't know anything about wrestling. I have no interest in wrestling, but that's fucking cool. I gotta admit, you know, every time I cuss, I always just feel bad because my inner, like I'm a Christian. So anyways, sorry about that. I was looking forward to reviewing this. I heard good things. It looked fun. I'm gonna be completely honest. I was a little let down, but I'll get into that in a bit. First and foremost, I will say this before I go into any likes or dislikes. This film is entertaining. Thank God it's entertaining, but I will get into the problems I had, and we will discuss that in just a minute. So, but first and foremost, this film is entertaining. So I don't hate this film. Just letting you guys know that ahead of time. So what do I like? First of all, this is a wacky concept. And like I said in my last two reviews, I love movies that just embrace silliness. Movies that just embrace like the comedic side and like just the what the F element out of me. Like, I gotta love it, man. This film kicked off with like this is like the best opening to any horror film I've ever seen. Halloween with Michael Myers as a kid killing his sister, forget that. The opening kill to Friday the 13th, forget that. The opening to Psycho, the opening to The Birds, the opening to Jaws, the opening to Texas, forget about all that. This is the best opening of any horror film, okay? It starts with Bill Goldberg, WWE wrestler, as Santa, killing a group of this dysfunctional family, and it is hilarious. I knew right away, like, oh, I'm going to enjoy this. And by God, he is the best part of this film. He brings his A game in this film. He just kills anyone. Doesn't matter if you're good or bad. He kills you. There's a scene where he's in a strip club and he kills all the people in this strip club. And oh my gosh, it was so funny. There's a scene where he's going to kill someone with the stripper pole, right? But he walks up to grab it and he's like he just saw a girl get off it. So he grabs a bottle, of like, I don't know, he got like a spray bottle. And he starts spraying and wiping it before he takes it off and electrocutes someone with it. Yeah, I know it's a little weird saying that out loud, but, if you watch the movie, you understand it. But by God, that like the kills in this film are so creative and outrageous. I just couldn't help but laugh. Like that is the one thing I love about this film. I had a ball with everything this guy did. Like the actor brought his A game. And I gotta be honest, I liked our cast. We got a lot of interesting people involved. Like we got Robert Culp. He was known for a while, wasn't he? I assume so. And also, at the beginning of this film, the opening I just talked about, we got freaking James Caan. The guy who was an elf. And some other good movies that I have not seen him in because all I do is review bad films. Yeah. So we got some actors in this film, so take that as you will. But everyone in this film does a good job. And, you know, if a concept is silly like this, how's the comedy? The comedy, honestly, at times really works for me. There are some jokes that don't land, but there are just some really well thought out jokes and some jokes that just unintentionally or intentionally get a laugh out of me. There's a joke about an officer whose name is Cock, but not Cock. It's like, you know, C-A-U-C-K, that kind of, you know, it's like Dick, you know, like, oh, your name is Dick Johnson. Like, yeah, my name is, you know, like, you know, oh, like Robin from Teen Titans, you know, they call him Dick sometimes. You know, that whole stupid shit. So, the main character's girlfriend picks him up from, you know, the police station. And she's like, you know, what is it with, like, you know, Cock? Like, what is it with you and Cock? And he's like, I don't know. He hates me. Like, he sucks. And she's like, he sucks? And he's like, yeah, Cock. And she's like, yeah, sucks cock. Like, what the I said that so wrong, but like, I don't know, man. That just got a laugh out of me. It's so stupid. There's so much stupid shit in this film. And, you know, honestly, this film just feels really, like... Okay, so I'm going to go into my, like, you know, problems with the film, but honestly, like, it just feels kind of weird to just talk negative about this film, because it's just one of those films you shouldn't give a shit. Like, you know what you're getting into. You're getting a WWE wrestler as Santa Claus killing the shit out of people who have been good or bad, you know? Why am I going to critique this film? Well, here's the part where I was a little let down, right? The first half, I was really enjoying it. The second half, it just kind of slows down. And I think that's because the beginning, it does a lot of stuff right, and then towards the other half, it just kind of slows down, like in terms of pacing wise and just all the insanity that happens. Like the first half of this film is really insane. There's a lot of killings, there's a lot of jokes being said, there's a lot of, you know, likable characters, there's a lot of good acting. And then the film just kind of slows down a little bit and not a lot happens. And it's a lot of people explaining, and this film is really short. This film's an hour and 17 minutes. Yet, well, the first, we're at the 50-minute mark, right? And I was like, I'm really enjoying this film. Like, you know, it's gone by really fast. And then the next, 27 minutes, it felt really slow. I don't know what happened. I think I have the same issues that Dead Meat have. Like, it starts to just, I don't know, it starts to kind of stop with the concept and just tries to be something that it's not. I don't really know how to explain it. It just doesn't really do any... I guess it doesn't really, continue with the insanity that it's set up from the first half, if you guys get what I mean. Like, it starts off crazy. There's a lot of crazy stuff. And it sets up, you're thinking, oh, the ending, the climax must be insane, right? They get into a fight with Santa. You know, there's some big, stupid things that happen. And it just kind of ends. And there's not a lot of jokes being said. And it's not really that funny anymore. Not a lot of kills are going on. I don't know. I guess what I'm trying to say is it kind of slows down a bit because not a lot of interesting stuff is happening. And here's the thing. Well, I like our main characters, like the two main leads. They're not like interesting enough for me to like be like, oh yeah, like I want to see them survive. They're just the main characters to just kind of move the story forward. And, you know, a lot of time is spent with them in the last act. So you got that. You got characters you don't really care about. I mean, you do, but not like in that sense, you know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, like I want to see them make it out. Right? I don't know. It's kind of weird. Okay, I'm just gonna say this. B-. That's what I'm gonna give this movie. A B-. But I will say it drags a lot in the last half of this film. I don't know why. It just kind of does. But the rest of the movie is really entertaining. I know a lot of people that do like this film, so I got nothing else.